Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Rudy's Rant, powered by Come On Out of the Podcast. I am your host, Rudy Rodriguez Showmont. This is Rudy's Rant, where we talk facts over feelings. Thank you so much for your continued support of this channel. Sure to like, subscribe, follow. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell so you get all the up-to-minute content. Become a member, membership live every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Folks, my God, the NBA sucks. Like, it really sucks. Why does it suck? There's a number of reasons why it sucks. There's a number of reasons why the ratings are completely in the absolute toilet. There's a lot of reasons. I have my opinion, but it's going to start off a little bit differently. And I want to play a video for you of an episode of Speak with Magic Johnson talking Paul Pierce. They're talking basketball. And I want you to hear what Magic has to say, because Magic is old school. All these other guys today are all pussy new school motherfuckers who don't know a goddamn thing about basketball, even the ones that play it. But let me play this for you.
What's happened to the rivalries in today's game? Like, I mean,
Because
we
they
know
don't hate each other.
that's
They don't
what
like. See, I hated Larry and every Celtic. I really don't like you, but you my little brother. Now I love you because you out of that green and white. Right.
Yeah.
But somewhat. That's what it was, right? You the Celtics, Lakers hate each other, disliked each other. So it made for great TV and people tuning in. And now with, I don't know if it's AAU, I don't know what it is. Now everybody's shaking each other's hand. Everybody like each other, won't go at each other like really hard. Even that's what happened to the All-Star game. See?
Yeah.
See, the All-Star
carried into the All-Star game, right?
I'm stopping it right there for a second because I had to respond to that. The dislike or lack of dislike is not what's carried into the All-Star game. The pride, the lack of pride is what is carried into the All-Star game. Understand, I don't have to like or dislike you to have pride. And today's players, they lack pride. They don't care if they win or lose. They're just collecting a massive check. Their lives are set. If a lot of these guys don't play another second of basketball, they're set for life. Those scrubs make more money than Magic Johnson made when he played for the Lakers. The scrubs make 5 million, 8 million, 10 million. The guys you view as a viewer as a scrub makes 10 times what Magic Johnson made when he played for the Lakers. Facts. They have no pride. They don't care about if they lose or if they win. They only care about their check, which is why they don't have a care in the world about sitting out games. They would actually rather not play. They don't love basketball. They're basketball players, but they don't love basketball. They may have loved it when they were kids, even loved it in high school, but they don't love it now. Guys like Magic, who had his career cut because he was diagnosed with HIV in 1991, would have given his who knows what to keep playing. And these guys today don't have that desire. They don't care. So I don't think the lack of hatred carries into the All-Star game. I think it's the lack of pride and lack of giving a shit. They don't care. Because I don't have to hate you to want to kick your ass on the basketball court. That's me. I'm a competitor. I was born that way. I'm built that way. These guys, yeah, I hate the shaking. I'm not saying I hate people shaking hands after games. I hate the huggy, lovey bullshit. I hate the jersey swaps. I hate this. We're smiling with our hand over our mouth. having a conversation so no one can read our lips so we can talk about where we're going to dinner tonight because fans don't want to know that y'all are having dinner tonight. The same way WWE fans back in the day, they damn sure didn't want to know that the heel and the face were actually actors. You wanted to believe that the heel was really an asshole. And back in the day in wrestling, they would carry their character into real life in the street. In kayfabe, they would be assholes, and the face would be a hero. But in the NBA, like these guys are more worried about what club they're going to that night and whatever city they're in, and whose house they're having dinner at. And yes, there was a point where Magic hated the Celtics, hated Larry Bird, and then one day he didn't hate him anymore, which he leaves out. He did like they did a commercial together and actually didn't hate each other anymore. But that rivalry was fire, man. It wasn't this bullshit today where these guys are always kissing and hugging. Like, I don't want to see that crap. And I'm a basketball fan. And I can say right now, I've barely watched any games this year because the product is so bad. But I'm going to continue what he said.
See, we hated the East.
Right.
I'm coming to bust you.
Right.
Michael, Isaiah, Dr. J. You can't have one over me. See, I'm coming to get that. Now,
Let's see, Magic. This is what I
let
said.
them score 200 to 200. What is that?
This is what I say. In your era, that's how, when I played, we was forced to play because Cole was going to force you to play.
That's right.
Like, you don't come out here lollygagging because he coming hard. It got to come from the top.
Yep.
It got to come from LeBron saying, hey, we going to take this serious. From KD saying, hey. From Steph saying, hey. That's where it's got to come from.
Well, I knew Larry Bird was coming for me.
Right.
You see?
That's it.
And
I disagree with Paul Pierce. It doesn't have to come from LeBron. It doesn't have to come from KD. It doesn't have to come from Steph. Are you a man? Are you a man? You needed Kobe to tell you to play hard? See, that's an example. Are you really sitting here as a man saying that you need someone else to tell you to play hard? I will not watch the All-Star game or whatever new variation they created, which I'll talk about in this video as well. But the league sucks. And you have a bunch of femme beta males now playing basketball. You have a bunch of femme beta males playing basketball. If you have to be told to play hard, fuck that. That's absurd.
if we line it up now,
Right.
he put on that green, I put on that purple.
Yeah, he ain't playing. You ain't playing.
Come on, man.
Right.
And that's what it's got to get back to that.
Yeah.
And it's a reason why the number of viewerships are going down.
Mm-hmm.
And these guys better wake up and say, hey, man, we got to change this. And also, load management. The guys got to play.
They got to play.
They
got to play. We took pride in playing.
Yes.
82 games. Like, I wanted to.
Yes.
Toe hurting, knee, ear, finger. Like, I still want to be. I'm out there. That's the only
Joey,
difference.
this is a
So Paul Pierce did play 82 games a number of times, played over 80 games a lot of his career. 79. He played most of his career. He would hit over in the 70s and had 5 seasons where he played over 80. And I think 3 where I saw he played 82. But I want to sit here and tell you about my thoughts of why this is starting, why this is happening. It's because Adam Silver is the worst commissioner in sports. Adam Silver is the worst commissioner in sports. David Stern left him a Lamborghini that he has turned into a Volvo. A Volvo. An old Volvo, no less. Heck, I might say even less than a Volvo. He got a Lambo that was running beautifully. Hell, he had a Bugatti if you want to go there. He had a Bugatti. Running beautifully. But he didn't take it in for service. He didn't do what he needed to do to take care of his Bugatti. And now his Bugatti is worth less than a Volvo. If that's even possible. But the ratings tell you it's definitely possible, as ratings are down 20% this year from what I've read. Maybe worse. I'm a basketball fan who doesn't watch basketball. At least the WNBA drama gives me something to talk about. The NBA gives you nothing to talk about. The women are giving me more stuff to talk about than the NBA will ever give me to talk about because I just don't care. The NBA Cup, last year they did it on a Saturday. This year they did it on a Wednesday. Who thought that out? Not very logical. You did it on a Saturday last year. It was all pomp and circumstance. And this year you do it on a Wednesday. Am I wrong? Is that not when they did it? NBA Cup 2023. December 9th. I know it was a Saturday because it was on my birthday. Saturday. Did it on a Saturday. And this year, they did it on a Wednesday. And they wonder why no one cared or no one even knew. Like, or was it Tuesday? Today's the 19th. When the hell was the NBA Cup? Am I wrong? Was it Tuesday? Tuesday. My bad. Tuesday. Did it on a Tuesday. Why? So your idea to make some special fake bullshit trophy award when everyone's presumably healthy, the championship's on a Tuesday? On a weekday? I didn't, full confession, I didn't even know it was happening that day. I didn't even know it was going on. I didn't watch it last year. I wasn't going to watch it this year. It's corny and it's stupid. But at least last year they did it on a Saturday that got and had people interested in it. No one's interested in this stupid shit now. People can say it's LeBron or whatever, not being in it. No. It's on a Tuesday. The day that the thing was scheduled before we got here, before we got to the season. But I'll sit here and I'll tell you, like, Adam Silver is the worst commissioner in sports. People will say to me, or you'll say to me, well, what about Kathy Engelbert? No. I'm not going to hold Kathy Engelbert responsible for the fact that the WNBA is a train wreck. You want to know why? Kathy Engelbert took this job 5 years ago. Adam Silver has been the commissioner of the NBA for at least a decade. He took office 2014. He's been there for over 10 years in this job. And the ratings of the league suck. Awful. He's made this league inherently soft. He's made the game, the sport, borderline unwatchable. Unwatchable. I don't know what the average is for three-pointers in a game right now. It's probably in the 40s per team. Per team. I think the Celtics are averaging over 53s a game. That's not good basketball. That's not entertainment. It's bad ball, and it's boring. The fact that the NBA Cup had a final that was 97-81, holy shit. Did they put a lid on the rim? But I will tell you this, I'd rather watch 97-81 any day of the week over 146 to 143. We have how many games where teams scored over 150 last year? It's ridiculous. This is bad. Like, this is supposed to be competitive. There's no competition. They don't compete anymore. Teams that couldn't score points score 100 points a game every game. Fucking 100, 110. I'm a Miami Heat fan. I'm going to check this out for one real quick because I barely watched the Heat this year. It's boring. It's not entertaining. And I got season tickets, and it's just not entertaining. So I have not gone to one single game this year. I probably won't go to a game till probably the spring. The Miami Heat have been held under 100 points this year. Three times in 25 games, 24 games. They've been held under 110. They scored 124 the other day in a loss. Like, that's unheard of. That's not Miami Heat basketball. They've been held under 110. Like, they're in their best stretch of ball. They smashed the Lakers. They smashed the Suns. They smashed the Cavs. They beat the Raptors by 10. And then they lost to the Pistons. They've been held under 110. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times in 24 games. 110 points. The Miami Heat is not, they're averaging 112 points a game. And that has them 8th in the league, in the East. In the league that has them right they're middle of the road. 15th, I think. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 15th. Miami Heat are never a top 15 scoring team. This game's bad. The ball is bad, man. Miami didn't become a much better offensive team. The defense in the league is atrocious. No one plays any of it. The best defense in the league is the Oklahoma City Thunder, giving them 103 a game. Orlando 103 a game. Minnesota 105. Houston 106. The Clippers 107. The Heat 109.7. Bro, this shit's trash. This is trash. And this commissioner is the reason it's trash. He came in at the end of the big three with LeBron, D. Wade, and Chris Bosh. And all we've seen since then is more and more and more threes being shot, more and more players taking days off because they don't want to play, and less defense and less competition. They don't compete. And he allows it. He's the commissioner. Your job as commissioner is to ensure that we have the best product on the court. The fact that people think the WNBA might be more entertaining because of one singular player in Caitlin Clark over the plethora of talent you have in this league, and there is talent, but you've made fouling almost a sin. You can't hit anyone too hard. You get a flagrant foul. You hit someone like this, you get a technical foul. You do this, you're rejected. It's soft. I'm not sitting here saying it's a football game, but goddamn, make the game slightly physical. The women are more physical than the men right now based on what they do. I'm not saying the men's game is still more physical than the women's game, but the game itself is more physical when you watch the women play. It just is. It just is. They hit each other, man. The men, there's the rim, go dunk it. Oh, there's it. Shoot the wide open three. Do this, do that, do whatever you want. The game is garbage. The game is trash. Oh, we get to take a shot and take 4 steps to shoot it. Oh, we get the gather dribble. The destruction of basketball, the gather dribble. The fucking thing didn't exist before 2014. Didn't exist under David Stern. You couldn't take a bunny hop to shoot a jump shot fading away. Like, you couldn't do that. When the people say, oh, it's a gather, you're gathering the ball. But no, you're not. You're traveling. You're traveling. That's a travel. It was hard enough dealing with Allen Iverson holding the ball up here, hooked in his arm like this. And the NBA learned to accept that. That's one thing. I remember Steve Smith had a hezzy where he went, bop, bop, and he went, ugh. The ball was still here. He wasn't cuffing it. He didn't cuff it. It was like he took it like, it was like, whoop, and came back down and would blow by guys. People are like, what's that? But now you had the James Harden deal where the man bunny hop, 4 steps to take a jump shot. And it's not called traveling. Now Steph Curry does it sideways. I mean, everyone does it. They train kids to do it that way. It's not basketball. A step back jump shot was not taking steps backward. It was one step. It would be like you went in and then your back foot is still back, and you bring your front foot back and you shoot. Now it's you go in, bop, 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 shoot, traveling, but they don't call that. They made a rule that's destroyed the game. It's destroyed the game. It's a James Harden rule. And then you go and look at other stuff, the load management, the Kawhi Leonards of the world. Kawhi Leonard should be thrown out of the damn league. He's an embarrassment to basketball. He's a joke. Like the fact that at one point people considered him, if not the best player in the league for a minute, is embarrassing. The man is a fraud. He steals money to never play. And you know what that did? And I blame guys like Greg Popovich too. When he sent all his players home when they were playing the Heat in like 2014 or 13 and sent everybody home. And Miami's playing on national TV on a Saturday and playing their backups. I'm pretty sure that was when the Big Three was going on still. I think it was 13 or 14. Because you want to play back-to-back nights. You soften the game. They get chartered flights. They start the season now damn near in mid-October because they don't ever have they don't do back-to-backs. They barely do 4 and 5. You know, they don't play. There's no challenge to the NBA anymore. They get everything they want, and yet they still complain. $60 million some players make, $50 million, $40 million. They can't play. The best medicine, they can't play. Game is bad. Now, let's get to the three-point shooting. 40-plus threes a game. 20-point leads disappear in 6 minutes. If you had a 20-point lead in 1995, you won. The game was over. Almost impossible to blow a 20-point lead back then. Now it's not because of skill. It's because you guys do think these guys are shooters. They're not shooters. They can't shoot. They cannot shoot. That's why they can get hot. They're NBA players. 20-point lead. They keep shooting. And guess what? They start missing. Boom, 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 boom. Long rebound, long rebound, long rebound. Oh, boom, boom, boom. Oh, shit, it's a 1-point game now. Because the other team now makes some threes in a row. Long rebounds. You're not scoring. They're getting easy buckets. The driving kick. The worst thing in basketball. The driving kick. They have forgotten to finish at the rim. Guys kick out of wide open layups to shoot, to pass out for 28-footers. Or they'll kick out to the corner, which is the easiest shot on the floor. I'm surprised that I'm going this direction, but I think at some point you got to just chop the fucking. I said extend the court and make it wider, but you know what? Chop the corner three. Chop it. Chop it. But you want to know how David Stern is so, it doesn't make sense? Like, he doesn't even know what's going on. So let's read. I'm going to read this to you. Right now, it says the NBA Commissioner Adam Silver, this is on CBSSports.com, moving the three-point line would not improve style of play. Do we want to clog everything up again? They're assuming and implying that people are talking about moving the line in. What are you talking about? No. Who's talking about moving? The only way you would clog up play is by moving the line in. You're not moving the line in. You're moving the line out. You're moving that line to 26 feet. 26 to 27 feet. The shot right now is 23.9. It's been that way for many, many years up the top. The size is 22 feet, which is why those guys shoot that shot. It's a layup for so many of them. 27 feet? I don't think that's a layup anymore. That might be a shot that Dame Lillard takes or Steph Curry takes or Trae Young takes. But is that a shot that now Brooke Lopez can take? No. Is that a shot that Al Horford can take? No. He'll airball it. Brick. They'll never make it. Giannis? No. All the bigs who became shooters go back to being a big. Can Nikola Jokic take 27, 28-foot shots? Remember, 27 foot's the line. That means your toe is on that motherfucker. Most of the guys are shooting a shot a foot behind the three-point line. 2 feet. Right now, a foot, 2 feet, 3 feet, 6 feet behind the line. No. We're going to move that shit back to 27, and you're going to be shooting that ball from 30, 28. You ain't making that shot. All the guys who think they're shooters won't make that shot. So what will happen? You will force players, you will force them to get a mid-range game. And in fact, it won't clog the game. It'll actually open the game. Because the real shooters, the real ones, the Stephs of the world, they'll shoot that shot. The guys that ain't, I'll go through the list of the dudes. I'll do it right now. Stats, season leaders. To think that LaMelo Ball is, God, a 35.7% three-point shooter right now. He shoots 43% from the field. This dude is shooting 13 threes a game. He might still shoot 13 threes, and they'll be even worse shots than they already are. Look at who these guys are. Peyton Pritchard, you think he's shooting from 28? Brandon Miller? Luka would. Cam Johnson? No way. Kyrie ain't shooting 30-footers. Victor Wembanyama? You think he's shooting 30-footers? These are guys that are actually, most of these guys are shooters here. Lauri Markkanen. Let's look at percentages. I don't want to look at them. No one's made. Isaac Okoro. Nikola Jokic is the third leading three-point shooter in basketball this year. He's shooting 48.9% from three. You think he's taking 30-foot threes? Nah. That ugly-ass shot? Nikola Vucevic shooting 47.5. Here's how bad basketball is. These guys are shooting this hot. Rui Hachimura, 44.3. Karl Anthony Towns, 44%. John Collins. Pascal Siakam. Come on, man. Come on. Who the hell's Jay Huff? Miles Turner. Al Horford shooting 41% from three. You would open up the game. And I'll draw it on a piece of paper so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm talking, here's your court. Here's your court. Like that. What you have right now is this. That's what you have right now, right? Okay. What you would go to is this. That's what you would go to. The side three is gone. The corner three is gone. And every shot is 28, every three is 27 feet. That's where you would go to. This shit that we watch right now, it's trash. It's horrible. Everything about it's bad. And yeah, other people will sit here and say, oh, all these guys are so much better athletes. Maybe. They're so much more skilled. No. You want to know why? Because skill is actually includes having a mid-range game. A mid-range game is skill. Because you know why? You got to get to a spot to hit a shot that's probably contested. These threes most of the threes these guys shoot are wide open. Oh, that goes back to the defense. You can't contest. The ball's here. I got to go to this over here because I cannot put my hand in front of him because I might land in his jump zone. You make the game bad, bro. Adam Silver is a bad commissioner. He's beyond bad. The fact that they collected a $76 billion deal over 11 years for TV rights is crazy. I don't know what these organizations are doing because no one's watching the NBA. No one's watching the league now. It's insane. This is what Adam Silver said, which makes it so stupid. I would not reduce it to a so-called three-point shooting issue. I think we look more holistically at the skill level on the floor, the diversity of offense, the fan reception of the game, all the above. I think the game is in a great place. No, it's not. I love watching the games. No, you really don't. You're just there because you're the commissioner. You have to. And I think we have some of the most skilled athletes in the world competing, and yet they get worse and worse and worse in basketball. They get worse and worse and worse in basketball. And it's unfair, I think, to the players to lump them into categories as three-point shooters or mid-range shooter or big man playing under the basket. It's an amazing game. Having said that, we're constantly having discussions about whether there are ways to improve stylistically the game on the floor. Silver said that the league needs to pay attention to the notion that a portion of its audience feels the offenses around the NBA look sort of cookie cutter and teams are copying each other. He framed it as an issue of offense diversity, not simply a three-point volume thing. He says, historically, at times, we moved the three-point line. I don't think that's a solution here because I think that when we look at both the game and the data, I think that may not necessarily do more mid-range jumpers if that's what people want, but more clogging under the basket. Huh? If my shooting guard is 27 feet from the rim, how do you say that that's going to clog something? When they moved the three-point line in the 90s, they moved it in to 22 feet around everywhere. That's why it got clogged. They thought by doing that, they would enhance scoring. Reality was they didn't. They did not. So they moved it in, it didn't work, and they moved it back out. Because what happened when they moved it in was it actually clogged the lane worse. You push it out. That spaces the floor. Otherwise, that's like saying that you clog the floor in a 5-on-5 and then in a half court 5-on-5, it's not clogged more. Of course, it's clogged more in a 5-on-5 of half court than you would in a full court game. I think Adam Silver is out of his ever-loving mind. He's out of his mind. We don't have post players anymore because they're shooting threes. Maybe they'll become post players again if they know they can't make a 28-foot shot on a consistent basis. The game is trash. And he's a moron. And if you look at now look at the All-Star, his newest invention, the All-Star thing. He's had some of the dumbest ideas in the history of basketball. And none of them have helped basketball become better. Whether it's the playoff, the play-in, which is stupid. It was cute for the COVID year. Why? Because you had teams that they didn't play a full season. We're back to playing a full season. Why should the team that finishes 7th and maybe finishes 6 games ahead of a team that finishes 10th be forced to play a play-in game? It's outrageous. The purpose was if you have a 1-game difference that actually, it was like, it still doesn't make sense because you played all the games. It doesn't make it better. Doesn't make it better. I'm not saying the Miami Heat would have won their first round series, but having them play the Celtics in the first round ensured that they couldn't play the Celtics in the conference finals last year, which still remains the best rivalry in basketball, the Heat versus the Celtics right now. It ain't the Heat Lakers. It ain't the Celtics Lakers right now. It's the Heat versus the Celtics in the East at the very least. So for the first time, the NBA All-Star Game will feature a mini tournament with 4 teams in 3 games. 2 teams will meet in one semifinal, game 1, and the remaining 2 teams will meet in game 2. The winning teams from game 1 and game 2 will be matched to face each other in the championship game. For each game, the winner will be the first team to reach or surpass 40 points. Are they playing by 1s or 2s? Curious. So we're gonna go from having teams scoring 200 points to playing a game of 40. This shit will take a half an hour. The game will be over. This whole thing will be over in 90 minutes. Are you going to give a 45-minute break between games? Or you run the first one and then you run the second one and then you have an hour-long break between the games? Are people really, is the ADHD community really going to sit there and wait for a third game? Each team will have 8 players and be named for a TNT NBA analyst. It's Team Charles, Team Shaq, and Team Kenny. Who gives a crap? And they'll make their respective picks to draft, conducted on February 6th. The fourth team, will be Team Candace. So we're gonna have a woman in the NBA now. The fourth team will be the winning team from the championship game of the Rising Stars between rookies and second-year players. The voting process. 24 All-Stars been the same. The 7 players as reserves are accepted by the coaches. The 4 NBA All-Star Game head coaches come from coaching staffs of the teams with the best regular season record in each conference through games played on Sunday, February 2nd. Who cares about that? This is so dumb. Kevin Durant said it was dumb. He thinks it's dumb. You want to know what the problem with the All-Star Game is? Adam Silver, you. It's you. Because it's you and the lack of pride. They have no pride. There's a pride thing that doesn't exist anymore. These guys don't care. Which is why the NFL canceled the Pro Bowl. And that's why you should probably cancel the NBA All-Star Game. Or what you should do is cancel, or what you should do is, if you see guys are not trying in the NBA All-Star Game, fine them. Fine them. Give them large fines. Or make the whole damn thing. I mean, the game is bad. You think this will make it better? So they're going to cover each other hard now because the game is to 40. So it's no longer East versus West. It's nothing that, no. You did the Giannis, LeBron, Team Giannis, Team LeBron, blah, blah, blah. Team World, Team. I mean, this is garbage. This is corny. This is as corny, if not cornier, than the NBA Cup. A meaningless trophy that no one gives a shit about at the end of the day. NBA basketball is bad. It's at an all-time low. It's at an all-time low, folks. Right now, see if I can find it. A month into the season, the NBA ratings are down 28% on ESPN. 28% through November 21st. The ratings on TNT are flat at 1.8 million. ESPN is slightly behind at 1.77 million. So that means they were averaging over 2 million viewers on ESPN. This comes after every major studio fell over itself vying for rights to air NBA games this year, resulting in a $76 billion deal. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. Last I checked, basketball's basketball. I don't want to know their fucking political opinions. I don't want to see Black Lives Matter stuff on a basketball court. I don't want to see fake nicknames on back pictures, equality, justice. You know what? That's great. I believe in all of that shit. I believe in equality and justice. And guess what? I don't want to see it on a basketball court, a football field, or a baseball field, or any professional sport. The more these athletes try to act like woke activists, the more they will push the viewing public away. They've done it. They've done it. They've done it. Steve Kerr with his mouth. Shut up, Steve Kerr. People don't care about the regular season anymore. You know what? Start finding them. Forget about awards. Start finding them also. If you're not injured by a doctor who says you're injured, then you get fined. Team gets fined, you get fined. At some point, you got to deal with this, because these TV networks are not going to deal with their ratings being in the toilet. They're not going to do it. I'm just reading this crap. I mean, it's laughable. You're down 28%. Bro. And I don't watch this trash. I really don't. I don't watch it. And I don't believe you lower the game count. The game count's been fine. Never had a problem with it. But I don't want to see games canceled because of boycotts. I don't want to see any more of these of this damn. I don't want to see more pandering on television. I want to watch basketball. I don't want to hear about who they're endorsing for president. I don't care. They have turned off half of the fucking country. And guess what? If they keep doing it, it's going to cost them money. I mean, it's bad ball, man. It's bad ball. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Love to hear what you guys say about the NBA. What do you think it is? Do you think Adam Silver's the problem? Do you think it's three-point shooting? I think it's Adam Silver because he allows all of it. He created all of it. He's changed the rules. He's made this game fucking terrible. And it is what it is. And when LeBron James retires in the next year or two, who will he look to be the face of his league? A European player? Can't do that. You need an American player. You need an American player. And right now, there isn't an American player who has the ability to become the face of the league. Because you refused to give it to Steph Curry. You made LeBron the guy at the Olympics. You kept LeBron as that guy. That was a mistake. You made a mistake. Another badly made mistake. Steph Curry was the MVP of the Olympics. Y'all made it LeBron. And he's still the face of the league, even though he's having the worst season of his NBA career right now. Because he's 40 years old in a couple of weeks. His body's getting tired. So, yeah, that's all I got. Awful league, awful sport. I can't watch it anymore. It's just hard to. It's awful to watch. I do not watch NBA ball anymore. That's why I don't talk about it. It's why I don't talk about it, because I don't watch it. The fact that I would rather watch the WNBA right now is crazy. And I think the WNBA product is terrible. But the NBA product is boring. It's boring. WNBA is terrible. NBA, boring. I'd rather watch terrible than boring. Because I'm not bored watching Caitlin Clark. I'm bored watching everybody else in the NBA. That's all I got. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Please be sure to like, subscribe, follow. This is Rudy's Rant. Thanks for your feelings. Hit that bell. Subscribe today. Appreciate y'all. Come on now.